Just when students thought they had avoided school shutdowns due to a possible strike by education support staff last week, they now have another possible strike to worry about. The union representing thousands of Ontario public high school teachers say they will be holding strike votes in the coming weeks. The reason they say is because the Ford government isn't addressing key issues in contract talks.
One is your
To have these bigger classrooms, how does that affect you?
Well, it's actually harder because for the teacher, she has less time to work on each student one-on-one.
It's been over a month since students have been back in the classroom, and they're already noticing changes from last year. Changes the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation is trying to reverse. What are the proposals that you're putting forward?
Most fundamentally, we're talking about restoring the staffing that this government has cut. So both support staff and teacher positions, which means that students don't have access to the same number of caring professionals. They don't have access to courses that they need. Special needs students and students at risk don't have the same kind of supports that they previously had to give them an equitable chance at success.
OSSTF President Harvey Bischoff says after 5 days of bargaining, the government and school boards have refused to engage in any substantive discussion.
There is lots of opportunity for the government and school boards, who so far haven't lifted a finger to defend students' educational environments, to come to us with proposals that are actually supportive of students' learning.
We reached out to Education Minister Stephen Lecce's office for a comment and received this statement. As families across our province know, strike action disproportionately hurts our kids, especially the most vulnerable in our classrooms. My message to our Labour partners is to always put kids first and continue to work with us in good faith to make sure kids remain in class each and every day. Just last week, the province narrowly dodged a strike which would have shut down hundreds of schools. Hours before the strike deadline, the government reached a deal with CUPE, which represents 55,000 education workers. Now there's a chance for round two with another board.
I think that's great, because teachers taking time off and showing that we also have power and we can also take over by doing these strikes and showing that the government has to wake up and really realize what's going on.
There's still some time before we know whether a strike will happen. Voting begins on October 22nd and goes on till November 15th. Maleeha Sheikh, City News, right outside of Jarvis Collegiate.